Welcome back to Sutra South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash, as always, in proud collaboration with Change Cars and all things motoring. Today, you join me in the Haval Jolion Pro. So I've been looking forward to this vehicle because there's a bit of changes, and I'm going to take you through the exterior changes this vehicle has gotten, the interior changes, that's if there is any interior changes. I'm going to speak about the overall drive of the vehicle and whether you should still consider a Haval to buy, considering how many new vehicles are there in the market. And you guys know, if you watch the videos, you know regularly that I always recommend a Haval, this Jolion, because I really love the Jolion. But that's what I'm going to tell you. And also, I'm going to tell you cost of ownership. I'm going to speak about pricing, and we're going to speak about insurance. You know, we're going to speak about naked, and I'm going to tell you how much it costs to insure this vehicle. So from the exterior, well, the rear, and the reason I'm starting from the rear is because that's where, for me, the main changes actually you get to see. So starting up top, you get this spoiler, blacked out spoiler. Doesn't match the body color, blacked out spoiler, and you get this new light design. So on the previous Haval Jolion, the lights used to go downwards. Now it goes, this whole new light bar design is going through the whole, it looks like the Haval H6. So I like that whole new design at the back. And then because Haval and GWM have came together into just making it one brand and not separating the two, for you to know, it'll write GWM here, and that's how you know it's the new Haval Jolion Pro. So it writes GWM at the back. Then you get Jolion Pro over there. I'm surprised they didn't write 1.5 liter. That's side front wheel drive. And then going to the lower end over here, you get a rear diffuser style design and a rear splitter. Like it's a splitter, ne? A rear splitter, or I say rear spoil, not rear spoiler. Yeah, rear splitter. Yes, rear splitter makes the car look a bit more aggressive. I like the design of that. Then moving on to the side profile of the vehicle. Again, I'll speak about the spoiler. It's so big, like you can see it. I think it's one of the main differences. Then you get black door handle cladding over there, and then you get your side skirts. I get this one right because I know what that is. You get your side skirts over here, and then this one. So depending on models and spec, you can actually spec your wheels to different design wheels and actually have the wheels in black. But this one, you get chrome wheels. I actually don't mind them. I think they're okay. I'm just not a fan of this specific color. I like the Haval in like there's this silver gray color. I like that specific color. But as we carry on the side profile of the vehicle, we move on to the side mirrors. The side mirrors are blacked out. Then also moving on here at the top, you get your roof rails. As you can see, I currently have my sunroof currently popped up. Then you get your roof rails in black as well, giving that whole, the black needs to match with the black of the spoiler, the rear spoiler, the side skirts, door mirrors, door handles. Then you move on to the front as well. I think there's not much, there is a difference, but not that much. So on the previous one, pre-facelift, this light was one thing, it was connected to this. Now they've separated and they're giving you the daytime running lights separated from the headlamps over there. So I like that design. It shows you that there is a bit of a facelift. But up front, the main thing you're going to see is two things. For me, the first thing you'll notice is the front splitter. Like, it's like, for SUV, when I first saw this vehicle, I was like, is there a need for this? And honestly, kind of feel like there isn't, but I've gotten used to it and I've grown to like it. So I like that. Then the grille as well, very pronounced. So don't get confused if you see Haval up front. I don't know why GWM Haval went that route of putting Haval up front and GWM at the back. It is confusing for the general person, but I myself still don't know why they did that. I think they should have kept to the GWM up front, but I think they didn't want to ride GWM or put a GWM back. I think, you never know. But you get a different grille design from the previous one. But that's with regards to a quick walk around of the exterior and the main changes. Let's get inside and let me actually show you that when it comes to interior, it is kitted out, but it's just not much of a difference from the pre-facelift. So when you get into the interior of the vehicle, it looks like the outgoing model. The only main changes that I actually saw when I got into the vehicle, I think they're using a different software. I don't know if it's upgraded, if it's updated in the pre-facelift, but the software, from my knowledge of the pre-facelift, it looks a bit different. So you get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unfortunately for me, maybe not for some of you guys, it's wired. And wired, you're using the same the big cable, the USB Type A port. So it has two USB Type A ports up front. Then it has two at the back. Unfortunately, you don't get a Type C port in this Haval, and you guys know my gripe about Type-C port. If you don't know, please go back to my previous videos. I actually speak about this car's older sister in a bulky form, about all that in detail. But that's with regards to the interior over here. Then easy to use. Actually, you can go to radio. Actually need to mute that. I don't know where to mute, but okay. So it's easy to use. You can just do it like that. So you get your radio, can go to call, then there's everything. It's very functional. I actually like the vehicle. It's very simple to use over there. Then you get your climate control buttons over here, so you can click there. It'll pop up. So if you want to choose your direction, you still need to play with the touchscreen infotainment system, but it's actually quick to use. So if you already know what you like, so I like it playing out from the top and the bottom, so I always pre-select it there. Then I just press on, then I pick over there, so it's okay. Then if for notifications you swipe down, but everything is there. Then you can press to view your camera, and it's good camera quality. Like, I really love that in the Haval across all their vehicles and across all their models. It doesn't range. It doesn't matter if you're in the entry level, you'll always get good camera quality. Then you can go around, it'll show you everything. So you see this Haval, imagine if this Haval was the one in this color. I like it in this color. Yeah, I think it's much better like that if you want a further view. So it can show you everything. So I like it. I think let me go to side this one. I think if I indicate, okay, some vehicles when I indicate it shows you, this one doesn't do it. But yeah, that's with regards to over here. And then it can also park itself. There's a button for it, and then there's all that. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate it here because of the type of setting I'm in. Then the other feature that I can see that is different is on the side over here. As you're driving, and I'm sure you can change it or you can switch it off. As you're driving, it shows a different color. Like, it'll show blue, it'll show red, it'll show orange. So I think I like that. Seats and everything else in the vehicle is the same. Not much of a difference. You get a glass sliding panoramic sunroof, which I actually like, and it's actually easy to use. You click once, it opens, so I like that. Quite easy to use. But that's the regards to the interior. I get decent space up front. Even at the back, the leg room and headroom is sufficient enough. Let's go for a drive of this vehicle, because I actually do like the drive of the vehicle. So let's go for the drive. We're actually gonna wrap up the review in the interior because the weather switched up on us very fast. It's raining now, so unfortunately can't be outside the vehicle. But focusing on the vehicle I'm in, and why I actually love the Haval so much, is that I've gotten used to it so much in terms of how it drives, and you know how to manage certain things. So this car is powered by 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine, which produces 130 kilowatts and 270 newton meters of torque. And for those cars, as spacious and big as it is, there's decent power. It gets the job done. It gets to speed as well, quite quick as well, decently enough for the size of the vehicle and what you're getting as well. Looking at pricing of just over 400,000 rand, for me, that works perfectly for this vehicle. So another thing that I actually like is that, I don't know, maybe it's the way I've been driving, or I think Haval GWM is getting better in the whole fuel efficiency. Is that they claim that you can get between 7 and 8.1 liters to the 100. And when I did my economy run of this vehicle on the highway, so I put a cruise control on the highway at 115, and I was averaging literally 8.3. The only thing is that when it comes to how I'm driving now, like robot to robot, it will increase by just a liter. I'm currently averaging 9.3, but overall, the time I've spent with the vehicle has been kind to my pocket in terms of fuel efficiency. And when I say kind to my pocket, there hasn't been a time where I thought like, okay, this car's actually using a lot of fuel. But aside from that, it handles road imperfections quite well. The suspension is good. The overall drive of the vehicle is quite good. The gear change is could use a 7-speed DCT gearbox, and for me, it's perfect enough. Gets the job done. I don't mind it. And then if you guys can hear that, so it has the speed monitor on it. And as I'm driving now, I'm picking up something that I actually need to educate you guys with. Insurance is very important. If you go on the Naked app, you can get an insurance quote in 90 seconds. And the beauty about Naked, you don't have to speak to anyone. It's all on the app, So I'm thinking about an insurance because of where I'm driving and the current weather. It's raining cats and dogs, that's for one. So a hailstorm can instantly happen, and you want to be covered when the hailstorm happens. So check out Naked. And for this vehicle, literally for me, with an excess of 7.5 thousand rand, you are looking at paying 2,000 rand for this vehicle in terms of insurance. The overall price of the vehicle, so you can get into Haval Jolion Pro for just under 400,000 rand, and it goes all the way up
to 517,000 rand, and that's for the hybrid. But the one I'm in is not a hybrid, it's a normal 1.5 liter, which I think is the one to have, unless if you the whole hybrid and that route. But this one for me gets the job done. This one, because of the spec, this is the ultra luxury. So you get heated seats and ventilated seats, and those seats are so far away from the infotainment, so far away in the infotainment system. You'll actually see in the overplay video now. But those vehicles will be taken over a period of 5 years, which is 60 months at an interest rate of 12.25%. Through the change cost winners vehicle finance calculator, you're looking at paying 10,300 rand for this vehicle. So if you factor in how much the car costs on a monthly basis and insurance through Naked, we are easily looking at paying at a minimum for this vehicle on a monthly basis 12.3. That's before including your fuel. So that's something you need to consider. So now we're at the point where I'm speaking about whether this is a good buy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, I'm not gonna go through all the corners. Is this Haval a good buy? And my honest answer is 100%. If you're looking at buying an SUV for this amount of money, I think personally for me, because of how much I've enjoyed driving this vehicle, even before I bought this vehicle, if you watch my reviews, you'll know that I always used to recommend the Haval because I like the looks of the vehicle and I like how it drives. Honestly, for me, I tell you, if you're looking at getting this vehicle, 100% go for it. But I should also mention that you could also look at the other models that are in and around this price range, and a vehicle that actually is a good competitor for me that I noticed, and it was brought to light by Michael Pritchett, the guy do the podcast, who's the owner of Change Cars and All Things Motoring. He likes the Cherry Tigger 7 Pro, and the Cherry Tigger 7 Pro is literally priced at just usually 400,000 rand. And as you go up the specifications, it's in and around those Haval. So if you like to a Cherry Tigger 7 Pro, definitely consider that vehicle. Consider this vehicle. Look at the Koreans. Look at the Japanese as well, because in and around those, you're looking at the Toyota Corolla Cross. Literally, I just spoke about it as crossing there. Pun not intended. So look at that, and that Corolla Cross is a good vehicle. I'm yet to drive it, but overall, it looks like a good vehicle, hence it's selling so much. But my honest thoughts, have a look at these vehicles and test drive them and make your choice. But you know how we do this side? I always mention, I'm giving you 500,000 rand to buy an SUV, a small SUV, not compact SUV, those type of range, 500,000 rand or anything else actually, but that's an SUV. Where are you spending your money? For me personally, for 500,000 rand, I'm spending my money here. I know there's the new Jolion dashings and all that are in and around those price. I'm made to drive that vehicle, so I can't say too much about the car, but I've seen the vehicle. Where are you guys spending your money? Let's just say you have 500,000 rand, where are you spending your money? But for me, let me go home and edit this guys for you guys, and let me make sure I get home safely and proceed Nkosazana. If you don't know who Nkosazana is, please unsubscribe from the channel, because clearly you don't follow. But if you'd like to know who Nkosazana is, and Nkosazana is the love of my life, and she's on the channel. You can go on the channel, you'll see her. She's nice and red, she's shiny like this. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. This rain must not come again because it's disturbing us when we're shooting. But I hope you guys did like this night shot review. Tell me if you guys would like more driving shots of the vehicle at night. If not, tell me. And then yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm signing out. I'm Nicky Nash, as always, in Park Car between the Change Cars and All Things Motoring. I'll see you guys in the next one.